is December 30th, 2024. Today, Belden Village. Some people were laughing. Karen Swell found out it was a medication error that made her sick before he's slow, right? Because Altman family physicians told the police that were working my case that went with me by the first or second month of the case that it was a medication error that made me sick before medical malpractice. He's slow, right? He's slow. I went into Walmart 62. Some idiot teenagers. No IQ idiot twits. They said it's some kind of shower scene in the other room. It doesn't matter. It made her look weird while she was washing. They can't tape you naked, sweetie, and you all wash your hind ends in the shower or the tub. If you don't, you'd have sores and you'd smell. Because you have to wash the residue from where you've peed and pooped all day and toilet paper residue off you every day. Huh? You wash yourself in the shower, and no man has a right to tape you naked without your permission showering. It's illegal. It's voyeurism. It makes him a sex offender, you twits. And I'll tell you what, when I was up in Ravenna during the summer where by the second week I was almost passing out in front of even the neighbor, where I'd take a drink out of a drink, the room would go dizzy and black, wake up hours later, have bruises on me, throwing up, heart racing, severe infected, thought it was a dirty well water I was showering in, or wake up with injection marks and more bruises. I'm going to the doctor. What on earth is wrong with me? The only thing new to me is the well water where we're living. I'm showering in it. It's orange brown. Found out it had iron in it. I thought it was killing me, maybe giving me cancer, and they're treating me for being anemic. Maybe you're coming anemic. We'll get you iron pills. Got me muscle relaxers for the pain, migraine, headache, stuff for that, throwing up. And severe swollen personal infection. It was so swollen that I could hardly pee. I would have to wash several times a day to wash the old cream off and put new on. And I was so swollen, I could hardly go to the bathroom in so much pain it hurt to even put cream on. Do you realize how bad they were abusing me there? And you find it funny? Someone photoshopping our shower scene and date rape, amnesia, drug conversions? Like they did my neighbor Mike, and he was trying to tell me he was a New York cop. Told people in the bar he was an astronaut. Started acting crazy after the second beer. You think I could have told him to say or do anything? They did it to a Marshall's kid twice. They did it to my coworker Dar, and she was taken and raped. Left in a puddle piece. She don't even remember meeting him. And her friend said she was talking and acting fine. Only thing she did is act a little bit happy after she took a drink. You're sleepwalking, chemically. Think it's funny playing with someone like that? It's morbid. It's satanic. They're fake sodium pentothal reports. Bunch of drugs mixed together. To make you sleepwalk. They could have killed me. The morbid son of a bitches. Oh. See, and there's another thing they were talking about. She didn't respond when Michelle announced herself. No, I didn't. Because you know why? I didn't believe her. I'll tell you flat out. I had thought it was Michelle Cowgill. And I even said it when I was alone, and I know the police were watching me, because it's only Michelle I knew connected to Dave. I'm sitting in Faith Family Church in January, February 19. A bunch of teenagers come in. This one girl, they're not calling her Michelle. Well, it's a normal name. Didn't think anything of it. And she's like, I'm the one that actually dates Dave. And I turn around, and she points at me. I'm the one that dates her husband. I turn around like, oh my God, it's you. You don't even look 18. You don't look 100 pounds. You look like a skank and a prostitute. And honestly, I thought she was lying. I thought she was fucking lying. Because you know what? I thought my ex-husband, even if he cheated, he'd have more picked out a better girl than an 18-year-old skanky prostitute. I didn't believe her. Some guy walked in Walmart today. We all know the way Karen looked. She didn't believe her. No, I didn't. I didn't believe a damn thing where she was going on about how she can how she's dating Dave, and I date her husband, pointing at me, and I thought, you don't look 18. You don't look 100 pounds. You look like a skanky prostitute. Oh my God, he's never touching me again. I thought it was Michelle Galgo. And then I thought, she's lying. You know, it'd been one thing if he cheated on me with some over cocky religious bitch that thought she was better than me. Huh? Than some skanky 18-year-old when he's 60. It's unbelievable. Do you know even people around me even said, is she even legal to date? Because she didn't look 18. That's why I didn't believe her. I never talked to her because I didn't believe her. I didn't believe her. I never said a word to her, and she's going around telling people I threatened her. You know, I taped Dave on December 8th or 9th of 18. And so did the police. That I never caught him with anyone. So if you never catch your husband with anyone, is there anybody to threaten? No, that'd be stupid, wouldn't it? Plus, I don't threaten people. My father taught me when I was young, you don't ever make idle threats. If you're going to do something, make sure it's a promise. You just take care of it. You don't make idle threats and waste your breath. I told my neighbor, Amy, that she had told people that I threatened her. She laughed. She said, you don't threaten anybody. I know I don't. My father taught me that when I was under 10. Now, if your husband is 60 years old, and some little teenager, don't even look 18, bragging that she's dating him, would you believe her? Because there's a 40-year difference. A 40-year difference, at least. You wouldn't believe them. I didn't believe a damn thing out of her mouth. Because I thought he had at least higher standard than women that he'd want. I thought, oh my God, it's you? You look like, don't even look 18, you look like a skank and a prostitute. And then I thought, it was too unbelievable. I didn't believe her. And then she's like, I can have anybody drug, beat, and raped. I just have to ask that guys. She's some kind of pimp or drug dealer. I was out in Bella and some guy was following me. I was watching her today. Will was tricking that girl into having people show up here. They realized it and they didn't show up today. We're going to put it this way. That agent telling on me to Apostolic Church of Barberton that he knew I was being drug beat and raped and didn't care because Strange's pathetic lie of faking you were sick and faking you got well while that family was grieving, a 15-year-old lie. And 6 months after a traffic accident I had nothing to do with. He thought I caught his son in adultery with Katie. And it was my sister Linda following her husband. Think about that. Had to make up a baby lie and get rid of me. Had nothing to do with Vegas. And do you realize how morbid it is? Her father runs a stop sign in May 3rd, 2003. I had 6 to 10 surgeries. My muscles locked up. Went to a bunch of crap box that falsely diagnosed me. All my muscles locked up from all the surgeries. I swell from my feet to my brain. I have many heart attacks, thyroid, adrenal gland shuts down, have had seizures. That line, I have brain tumors. My legs are so swollen, my knees are popping out of place. The orthopedic doctor prescribes canes and braces because my legs are so swollen. Now, at that point, you're almost dead. And Altman Family Physicians, before I'll let them cut into my brain, told me how big of crackpots they were. They were known for falsely diagnosing people, ripping them off, and making them sick and doing unnecessary procedures. And to get an attorney, so if I would have got an attorney, I'd be a multi-millionaire. And if I would have turned them over to the state, they would have went to jail. They better thank God every day I didn't turn them in. Like they said, even the police that worked my case, there's no way they didn't know they weren't killing her. It took another doctor telling them, and they've wondered if that church didn't pay off those doctors years ago to do that. And I started with Dr. Eli in November of 2002. By April, I'm almost well. May 3rd, 2003 was the accident when I was at home with my whole family. Brian Laney had to show up and tell us that with a church baseball game, he was one of the lead cars, blew through a stop sign, didn't even try to stop, right into a semi, killed him and Tyler both. Now, did I have anything to do with it? No. Did they have anything to do with what those crackpots did to me? No. Finished getting well in July. Come November of 2003, Linda came up to me. I was following him again. I got caught, and I think they thought it was you. I'm sorry. Be careful. And he makes up that lie a few days later. It has nothing to do with him, and it's 6 months later. Do you realize how morbid and sick and satanic they are to want attention out of it? Like my one neighbor, Becky, said, it's insanity. They're not even connected. And then to wait 15 years. Like they said, Strange ordered her death when he thought she was following Tim and Katie. September 18th, 24 in Akron. That agent needs to get his facts straight before he puts his name on it. Some medication error made her sick before. Why'd they wait 15 years? He ordered it back in 03. They were to try to have her killed, and if it didn't work, they were to have her destroyed. They've been planning this since 03, and they were to wait till Dave said he wanted a divorce, and then they were to take care of it. Tell everybody not to say a word. This had been planned out for 15 years before they did it. Okay? Now, in October of 23, on a Wednesday night, I'm in Menchie's in Canton. Okay, it's around the 19th. Okay, there's a guy in there. They have another murder plot. They're going to try to make it so she can't carry a gun anymore. And that way they can show up and kill her and she can't defend herself. You know the police taped him, right? July 8th or 9th of 24, 9:10 in the morning. Altman Hospital Building Department, the guy that's doing this, okay, is in there. That he ordered all those men to come here. He paid for them to show up. He paid for them to do everything to me. He pays people around, paid to follow me, to say and do things to me. It's him. I know she only carried a gun because Dave was controlling. Yeah. I'm going to make sure she can never carry a gun again. He's the one behind the murder plot. Like they said, that old drug dealer confessed everything was him. What are they waiting for? I'd like to know what they're waiting for. He went around telling everybody I was found insane. I was never found insane. They're so stupid. They said they thought they could pay off a dirty doctor to write up something and they could just take everything. You can't pay off a dirty doctor, dumb nitwits. Insanity is not curable. It's right on Google. It's not curable. To be found insane, you have to have a competency hearing. You have a right to an attorney, your own doctors, to dispute it, and a judge finds you insane. You get a court-appointed guardian, a court-appointed social worker, you're put on disability. Hmm? Never happen. You can't just pay someone dirty off. Hmm? Insanity is not curable. I actually watch people that were found that way. They have a circuit court judge that rolls over them. They still have rights. They still have rights. They have all the rights you do, but they have a guardian and a social worker. They are explaining that they're going to have caretakers come in and make for their benefit to help them make good choices and that they're get their food and everything else. They have to explain it to them. To actually monitor them in their home, because the right to privacy, you have to have their permission, their guardian's permission, the Department of Disabilities permission, social worker, guardian, and the circuit court judge, because they have a right to privacy too. Trust me, my company I work for wanted to put cameras up, and they had to go through all those loopholes, and everybody had to sign off because they have rights too. And one client looked at him flat out, "You think you're going to put cameras up in my apartment? I'll sue you and I'll own you." Absolutely. Now, it's one thing if a man cheats, and it's another thing when the psycho goes after the wife, has her drug friends drug her for fake confessions, stalk her, Photoshop washing, date rape drug confessions, and has the victim drug beaten raped. It's called sextortion. You find out intimate information on someone, take a naked picture without their permission, photoshopped or not. It's called sextortion. Try to get them in trouble or extort money. Then it goes into cyber stalking. They're federal crimes. Racketeering is drugs, rape, and threats. Try to extort money. It's a federal crime. So is human trafficking. They're federal crimes. By law, they were to be arrested the first day for him hiring Pete on his own hitman to harm me. And then me getting hurt, it's a 20-year sentence. The law should have done its job. Now, you think about it. And then that agent coming in confessing on December 18th, 24, that he let all this happen. Because Michelle said I threatened her. He found out that I didn't even know who she was. I still never talked to her. You know what? I didn't believe her. Because the thought of that, even people around me said, is she even legal? Because she didn't look 18. I didn't find out till January, February 19, and I still didn't believe her. Like some guy walked in Walmart. We all looked at Karen and said she didn't believe her. No, I didn't. Did Agent Will find the tape where they were exposing corrupt law enforcement in this area and they set him up to be arrested? They were going after you, Pookie. Do you think it's funny where they made fun of FBI agent John and publicly humiliated him for falling for this ton of teeth before? Oh, come on now. It's only a stunt. Had me drug being raped. Drugged for fake confessions, photoshopping, and washing done by the drug dealers. He didn't arrest the drug dealers. No, he made fun of the rape victim and told on him. And then to find out you were dating the girl that was having me raped that was also cheating with my ex-husband. That's sick. Conflict of interest there, buddy. They referred to Peta as some old drug dealer from Ravenna. There's a drug cartel in my home before. Nobody else does this. I want you to think of that. Now you think that agent saying he didn't care I was being drugged, being raped because of stranger's lot. And if she was going to be mean to other women, he didn't care what they did to her. He was going to turn her back over to him. Can you imagine an agent saying that? Well, the guy, December 18th, 24, Michelle said that she threatened her, so I told him I didn't care what they did to her. She really didn't know who she was till January or February of 19. No, I made sure of it. Up in Akron, where I was working in September of 23, I was sitting outside with my client. Lady and guy walks by. He said, did she ever do anything wrong? He said, no. The drug dealers confessed they photoshopped everything. He made fun of the FBI for falling for it. Are they going to do anything about it? We don't know, but none of this is funny. Ask her ex-husband if the doctors ever said it was a medication error made her sick before. He said yes. They did tell them to sue those doctors for what they did to her. He didn't say a word and let all those people hurt her. None of this is funny. You ever watch Fatal Attraction? Where the guy has a one-night stand. The lady goes after him. After the wife terrorizes her. Michelle. Look in the mirror, sweetie. You're dangerous and evil. And so is your drug gang. It's not even normal. Playing with a human being. She's a human trafficker. She was in it with the Florida truck guys. She was seen with them. Under police surveillance. That were admitting they were selling people. You know they sold people for $25,000 around me. All those people disappeared. Now another thing is, who bought my old house outside Ravenna? If they are related to Michelle and the drug gang, they may have did this to get that house. Because they were in the duplex next to it on the other side. Had a copy of my phone mocking me, scrambling numbers in the backyard. Your phone would come up different, echo like you're in a hallway. Flashing lights like those drones that are going across the United States, they were above Ravenna. It's a perfect place to run drugs. Route 18's here, Route 5, not far from 76. Congestion down to 225, 62. Get on 77, go up and get on Route 80. You live in the middle of nowhere with no street lights. Perfect place. Because they may have done this to get that house. By federal law, they were to be arrested the first day. Illegal monitoring is a felony invasion of privacy. You got cyber stalking and sextortion. They got racketeering of drug, rape, threats, and trying to extort money. It's a federal crimes. And human trafficking. I was seen by Altman family physicians all summer long of 2018 for all the signs of being drugged, being raped, and nobody thought of a rapist. When I told them that's what I found out what was going on, they're like, your ex-husband's a vile, sick animal. Start looking at that drug gang as a vile, sick animal. They can't just go around harming people in their home and exploiting them. You have a right to privacy. Like Officer Reinhardt in Louisville, even the FBI would go to jail being in your home outside that protected light case. It's illegal to be in somebody's home, except for protected light case with statements. They have to have a court order too. It's a felony invasion of privacy. You have a right to remain quiet and a right to an attorney. That's where my one boss's sister is a judge. Said the day they proved they were in my home, they are to be arrested. The first day. even the police out in Youngstown told my boss they could never use anything on the tapes before. They never tell you they had that phone call from Terry where I didn't hang up. Oh, the church has taken up 25 grand. It was Keith Bishop, Strange and Ron. Because Ron wanted me dead. Because the Strange was lying. That Dave hired 2 men to kill me, one to shoot me if I ran. For his girlfriend. That him and Jack had this plan since March because she wouldn't give up everything willingly. Officer Mark already documented that I was framed by the drug cartel before. He also documented it was a medication error and medical malpractice, and some other woman was using my insurance. He's already documented it and carrying around the house Karen's will. The police watch me. They told you people, you're messing with the wrong person. The police watch her. See, that's where in August of 23, Officer Mark on a Tuesday yells it out across the parking lot. Now this is funny. Said the lady there said, did her ex-husband defend her? Said, yes, we taped him. Anyway, you talked to her? No. Then they had to frame her. It's been documented and verified she was framed before. Was it the drug cartel? Yes, we seen him. So who's Michelle and Pete? Drug cartel. It's been documented and verified she was framed before. He said it was also documented and verified it was a medication error that made her sick before, and another woman was using her insurance. Now, if you want to act like mindless idiots, see these people that fall for it, this drug cartel could walk up to them and say, we've been stalking you in your home. We photoshopped a shower scene in the other room to make you look weird. We have bruises you couldn't explain, throwing up and infected. We are human trafficking you. We drove you up and told you to say this, that, and you're in trouble now if you don't give them your money. They'd hand them their money instead of calling the cops. You don't get in trouble for being victimized. The other people, ask Andrew Darabic up there. He's in jail 12 years for cyber stalking and sextortion. They're federal crimes. For Dave hiring Pete on his own, I hit man to harm me, it's 10. I got hurt, it's 20. It's a federal law. Do you know how many times they have admitted to drugging me and tell me say it? Photoshopping the shower scene. Photoshopping all their lies, erase some guy named Chris out of the room. I never had a Chris in my house. Had bruises, giant ones. They said he was one of the main people beating on me and harming me. Sick bastard going around raping people in their home. Like a nurse said, we all know rapists do this, but we try not to leap there. We want to think it's environmental or some kind of virus. We all know rapists do this. Is that, that's where I looked at Altman Family Physicians. I was seeing for the headaches, migraines, yes. Throwing up, yes. Dizzy, almost passing out, yes. Severe swollen personal infection, yes. Giant bruises I couldn't explain, muscle pain, yes. Found out my ex was having drug dealers drug me up, beat and rape me. Drug me up and tell me to say stuff. Is that what was causing that? He's a vile, sick animal. So is the Michelle and these people. They're the drug gang trying to take over this area. Now you think of that agent going and telling Apostolic Church of Barberton he don't care they're harming me. Find out he's dating that psycho bitch that's going around having people drug, beat, and raped in their own home. Found out they were selling kitty porn. She admitted she was taping in the bathroom. She and her group admitted they sold kitty porn. My grandkids going potty. Since when is like the officers I've talked to? Nobody can get away with this. No one can. Everybody go online and report her. That's how you stop her. Hmm? I'm going to upload this. Like the Stark County Prosecutor's Office said, it's a fraud scheme. They did the biggest mistake they did at your home, where they said laugh at you in front of people in stores. They photoshopped that shower scene. They probably did as clicking and pasting. And no one drugs anybody. We had all the signs of being drugged, being raped. They probably were drugging you up and telling you to say something stupid. And you didn't see or talk to anybody. But you had all the signs of being drugged, being raped. They probably did. We all know you're sleepwalking. It's a fraud scheme. It's a drug cartel. She puts stuff out there that is so absurd. Just like people saying, I had charges and I've never been prosecuted. Just like they got a court order award with my money. I was never prosecuted, never found guilty. You just don't get a court order. Just like the drug cartel sent out arrest warrants and mailed them. They don't show up and they don't mail them. They show up with handcuffs and a squad car, demanding 80 grand from people. Their scams are running on people up there. Andrew Darabic up there had 7 victims. Of getting naked pictures of people and trying to extort money and setting off cyber stalking of hate crimes. He's in jail, 12 years federal. At least he didn't go in and have people drugged for fake confessions and beaten raped. Michelle's more vile, her and her drug gang. And more evil and more dangerous. Like their fake sodium pentothal reports. There's no such thing. It's been outlawed in the country since what, 2010, 11, something like that? It was 2018. It's anesthetic you lie under. Say yes to anything. They outlawed it because it shuts down your breathing. They don't even research their lies. Just like they said, oh, she was found insane, and there's no competency hearing. Thought they could just pay someone dirty off. Do you realize if that could be anybody you hated, you could pay off a dirty doctor and steal all their money? My boyfriend has a friend up in her 90s. This one idiot old family friend wanted to steal her money because she's 92. Went to a shyster attorney trying to find her incompetent so he could steal her money. Well, I found out. I called Adult Protective Services, told him what he was doing. He went to the sheriff's in that area, reported him. He's not allowed back over there. He's lucky he didn't go to jail for that. Because you can go to jail for that. It takes a competency hearing. See, he wasn't very smart either. You have rights in the United States. See, the cartel's trying to prove to every idiot person in this area that they have no rights. They could walk up to them and tell them they were doing all that to them. Now hand us over everything, we'll put you in jail. They'd hand it to them instead of calling the cops. They're so stupid around here. They admitted to framing me, photoshopping all their lies, making everything up on me, made fun of the FBI. Repeatedly. Sold videos of them mocking FBI agent John. Daring him. They even dared the FBI July 8th or 9th of 23. They went and dare fix this. They dared them after what one of their agents did. See, they kept saying after what that agent did. He told on a victim calling for help. And then you got to think how satanic he is. Somebody calls you a faker? From 15 years ago? Come on now. And it's an occult leader. And it's a medication error. Put some reality in there. And somebody saying they threaten you. The poor person don't even know who they are. Don't even know what you're talking about. date rape, drug confessions, having this poor person beaten, raped. He makes fun of a rape victim on a phone, confessing he told on him that he's going along with the bastards, harming her. Admits it on a recorded line. Seen by hundreds telling on me. Makes fun of me for the rapist I've never met. I've never even met Pete. The guy where Dave hired Pete on his own. There's no court order for you to be in my home. The drug cartel don't get court orders to drug beat and rape people. My God. Like the Portage County Sheriff's, what these people did is illegal. Ravenna police? All the other police I talked to? Even the FBI go to jail. In September of 23, last of September, beginning of October, I taped these people and mocking me across the parking lot that they were going to have Agent Will lie that he was in my home before. Dave told people I hired Pete on his own. It was Pete and his men. He hired, like they said, an old drug dealer from Ravenna. See, these people just lie and lie and lie and use people's stupidity. And then they drive around laughing at them. They even told them the only thing they actually had was simply wiping off water with clothes and just brushing it off. Never said I did anything wrong before. Then they told you they had to edit everything back in. They put clips together to make it a porn, and then what you're describing as showering? You do wash yourself, right? Or do you have sores all over your hiney? Because even like my friend Matt, because where they said the only thing he had was brushing off water with clothes on. Simply wiped it off. They didn't have anything else. Then they started saying stuff that never happened a different day. And I made my stomach bleed. And then they would say, you touch yourself, you expose yourself, you touch yourself, look weird. Well, that's not wiping off water with clothes on. My stomach bled. And I thought, they put my head, where March 1st to 3rd of 21, they said they put two clips together to make it a porn. I thought you put my head on someone else's body. Then I got to thinking, what would you be doing? It sounds like you got undressed and got in the shower. You could be getting undressed and putting yeast infection cream on. They could Photoshop that, but it sounded like showering. Even Matt said it sounds like you were washing yourself. You have to wash yourself sometime. Everybody washes every part of you. If you don't, you'll smell and have sores. Seriously. The asinine juvenile behavior, like up in Akron last year, construction workers are like, it's like a mean teenage stunt that went too far. Them photoshopping that shower scene and roofing drinks and stabbing her with date rape drugs, it went way too far. And then on top of it, they were beating, raping her. It's like a mean teenage stunt that went too far. Oh, like life in federal, too far. Investigators in March of this year, if she ever moves away, we're going to have to tell the local police the drug cartel's running scams on people. It's a drug scam from the cartel. When you stop being their fools, December 20th, 24, Bob Evans, people came in and were talking. The people that are doing were driving by laughing that everybody's falling for it again. They were laughing at him again. The only thing they actually had was her simply brushing off water with clothes on, which is nothing. And she never said she did anything wrong before, and they fell for it. And they were laughing at him again. Where they told the nurse at Mercy Medical March 13, 21 the same thing. Where a ladies group came down in January 22, the same thing. We came down to verify. Karen's never said she did anything wrong before. And when she simply wiped that water off, she went straight down and didn't expose herself, as if anybody would care about that. And those people raped her. It's not funny. They photoshopped everything. That Akron Police or Summit County Sheriff's up where I worked were telling people not to say a word to me. I never met the man that did this to me. And it's already been verified. Everything was photoshopped on me before. That... And even the Starr County Prosecutor's Office, you can't even look or listen. It was illegal for them to be in your home. That's what my boss with his sister being a judge. The day that they prove they were in your home, they are to be arrested the first day. And the police out there said they could never use anything on them. Well, that's where Sheriff David Mike DeWine's cousin, Governor Mike DeWine's cousin. What's wrong with your local police? They should have arrested that agent the first day for the way he talked to you. And for telling on you. And those people for saying they were in your home, it's illegal. And then went through that everything would be photoshopped from words to scenes to eye color, hair color, clothing. Words out of sentence, other sentences. And we all know those date rape, amnesia, drugs, or sleepwalking. That's what a criminal attorney told me to prosecutors and police I talked to. Don't bring up a fraud scheme that you're so damn fools you fall for a drug scam. Turn her in. Do you want her and her gang to do this to you? They're trying to prove to you have no rights. And they can violate you. In the spring, I was staying somewhere else for a while. Outside the apartment, some guy's talking to a guy. And he said, these people are supposed to have me saying what? I never talked to them. Is that what they did to her? The guy said, how do you think she feels? I never had these people in my home. I never talked to them. And I never seen anybody. And I thought the dirty well water was killing me. And I kept telling the doctor that. If you think that's a drug cartel, serial rapist, preying on people in their home is funny, you got something wrong with you. Something seriously wrong with you.